easy meal. It's a straight shot of wisdom, smoother than silk. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Pull up your Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Oh, pull up your chair, let the stories unfold. It's laughter, it's lessons, it's love made of gold. Got a question, ask it, we're not shy in here. This is a safe space, honey, come face your fear. Got the mic hot, got the bass line deep. Granny's got the groove you wanna keep. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Darling, lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pound. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal.
Granny ain't scared, and you better not be either. Welcome to Granny's house.
Welcome, welcome to Granny's house. How are you today? How are you today? It is episode 29. Before we get started, I'm a little tired, so please bear with me. Have a little patience. If y'all was lighting up the chat and helping me out, supposed to be about therapy, not y'all. We get through it. We can get through it together. I need your help tonight. I'm real tired. I've been sewing like Betsy Ross the slave, so I've been seeing double. But other than that, I'm happy to be here. Episode 29, forgiveness is for you also. So before we get started, let's go and see which one our TT's already in the house. They already been lighting up the chat. Hey, walaikum salam. How are you, beautiful? With greetings, love on. How you doing? She said, Assalamu alaikum and blessed Savior Day. This walaikum salam. This is Sister Teresa Muhammad. I'm the government. I know your whole name. Oh, bless your heart. Before we get started, what? We have the rules. The rules are we don't come to Granny's house, we don't speak. So if you're here, you're already here, and you have not spoken, at least go and hit the thumbs up button if you're on YouTube, or like the chat up and just give some hearts to say something. Let us know you're here. It's only the rules. As we also do, we don't gatekeep at Granny's house. We follow, and we share. We like, follow, and share. Welcome to Granny's house. We like, follow, and share. They call me Granny on TikTok. We like, follow, and share. They call me Granny on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. If you type it in, they call me Granny. No spaces. It'll pop you up to where I am. Right there, right there. Also, we do what? Anything that you say on Granny's house belongs to Granny's house. Anything you do belongs to Granny. Now, if you call me, you go, look, please, Granny, I was tripping. I was talking about my baby daddy way too much. Let's not add him on the show. Then I would not add him on the show. I would click that part out. But remember, all images written or spoken belong to Granny. Your attendance to the show is your approval. We got that part. Welcome once again. Episode 20. Episode 29 is forgiveness is for you also. Before we get started, you don't read my little monologue to y'all because I'm being working. Forgiveness is for you also. So go and sit down if you're not sitting down. If you already got your water, your tea, get ready because we get ready to get started, right? Forgiveness is hard sometimes. Sometimes it feels hard and it takes real courage. Forgiveness. Now let's be clear. I didn't say forgetting. I didn't say that. I didn't say excusing. And definitely didn't say pretending it didn't hurt. I said forgiveness. Because some of us have been carrying stuff that happened to us years ago. Like it just happened yesterday. We forgive in our mouth, but not in our spirit. And baby, that gets really heavy to carry, don't it, sis? I mean, we will get to me. Trust me, I got a lot to talk about. Forgiveness ain't about letting somebody back in your life like nothing happened. It's about letting peace back in with you. Some people owe you an apology you'll never get. We ain't gonna go there. We're gonna get to that part though. Some conversations will never happen. Some people are not even here to even have them conversations with anymore, correct? And some doors are closed for good, and that's when they're gone. And we're gonna realize how to deal with that part also too when we don't have those miscommunication conversations. We're gonna get to it, y'all. Forgiveness is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's saying, I'm not letting what hurt me keep renting space in my mind. Tonight, we're learning how to forgive without losing boundaries, how to heal without reopening those wounds, and how to banish anything and anybody that keeps trying to drag us back into mess we already survived. So if you're ready to like and lay it down, we finna lock it down, y'all. Come on, let's go. Tonight, we're not doing what? We're not going to keep replaying old pain. And we're going to choose peace over all of this madness that we've been carrying in our brain. Welcome to Granny's house. Welcome to Granny's house, episode 29. Are y'all ready to go? Ready to take this ride? Forgiveness. And people go, oh, well, Granny, are you about to just talk about forgiving that man? No, because a lot of people in our lives that just ain't that man and we didn't need forgiveness. And he needed daily too. That's between our business. That's our business. But it's a lot of people that we're around that we deal with that we haven't forgiven. Right up under us. And then we can go all over the world and forgive people all in different parts of the countries and different parts of the world. But you can't forget the one sitting right next to you, right up under you all the time. And some of them live in your house, and some of them have your blood, and some of them don't live with you, but some of them you was around not too long ago at free dinner again for my mom. But that's our business. Forgiveness for me is, and I said this to myself today, and I had to do it because it was part of me that was going through something. I'll talk about it later, but I said, I'm tired of carrying what I didn't cause. So if I didn't cause it, I'm not going to keep carrying it around with this extra weight that's weighing on me. That's unnecessary. Put in the chat, say, you're not carrying it either. Say, not carrying. I'm just not going to carry what I didn't cause. Because forgiveness is not about excusing behaviors. All the time, we're not going to excuse certain stuff people did. It's about evicting the pain from our own selves. Evicting the pain out of our spirit. Evicting that pain out of our mind. Evicting that pain out of our heart. Because holding grudges is heavy. I've done it for a long time. And the drama and all unnecessary pain and the unnecessary conversations that you bring when you're back in the car and all this extra energy and tension because you just what? I don't know, I'm just mad. I'm mad. Not back in 1932, she took my Jordan jeans and they was mine. Okay, and you can't feel them and she can't either. Let that go. Just a little bit of where we going. Y'all know. I didn't forgive them for them. I forgave them for me. And we may have conversations like we talked about tonight because some people are not even here no more for you to even forgive them. You're going to have to forgive them for yourself. as well as forgiving your own self for some stuff that maybe you have caused, some trauma that you're carrying around from somebody else or for yourself that you created. Y'all quiet tonight. This gonna be serious. This gonna get serious. What forgiveness is not? It's not reconciliation. What forgiveness is not? It does not erase accountability. Some people feel they go, I'm sorry. Oh, that just hit the whole situation right. You're good because you said you're sorry. But have you taken accountability for what you've done to someone, or are you waiting for them to always take accountability for what they've done to you? And if it's become to that level that that they won't take accountability, but you're able to go, you know what, I'm good on them, but I forgive them. Then that's where that boundary comes up. That you have to learn. We're gonna talk about too, about how to set that boundary up to remove them or not allow that pain to be stimulated up in you. I can forgive you, but I can still block you. I'm gonna talk about it if you mind. 31 now. We play block like ping pong. And he told me one day, he says, I forgive you. I was like, what did I do? Me? I was a saint. He said, I forgive you, but it's easier for me to forgive you over there. I said, ooh, baby, and I agree with you in that conversation. What forgiveness is? Forgiveness is a decision. Forgiveness is a form of self-care. Forgiveness is a spiritual release, a boundary builder, not a doormat. Forgiveness is a boundary builder, not a doormat. You don't have to rebuild a relationship with everyone you have forgiven. You are not a doormat. On some levels, you have some people that's going to be around you, but you're going to forgive them. And they may forgive you. You may be that person, that victimizer, but you may not be able to come around no more. You may be the boundary they set up. You may have to set up a boundary for yourself for certain people, to where I forgive you, but access is denied. Access is denied because what you have done or may have done was so grievous or so egregious that I can't allow you to come back in. But I get it. And it's okay. And as you release that person to the wilderness, it's okay if you have to let them know this is why. Sometimes you may not have to let them know it's why. Sometimes it's even better just to be quiet, because they just you don't desire that access to them people to be re-stimulated. And some people haven't grown enough for you to have them back in your atmosphere to even deal with what they've done, because accountability is they don't take to no one at all. Not just what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is a decision. Hello, people. How are you? Queen Mothers into the building. Y'all give Queen Mothers who love and some hearts. What forgiveness starts with a decision for me. I'm gonna talk about me. It was a decision that I had to come about, that I was playing ping pong with myself, consistently going, today I'm gonna do it. Today I'm gonna do it. Today I'm gonna do it. If I go over here, I'm gonna do it. If I go this time, I'm gonna do it. But then I realized that the longer it took for me not to do it, the conversation started getting more detrimental on the rides home. The tension became thicker. And then it became like we split the whole house down the middle. This side right with that side of the family, and this side right with that side of the family. All because of no one wanted to be that one person. And then I said, I'm not forgiving you for you. I'm forgiving you for me, because at this point I'm carrying a bunch of stuff that's unnecessary. And I'm coming up in here and I'm missing out on a whole bunch of good time because I'm trying to avoid you and not look at you. Walaikum salam, beautiful. We not that childish. I know I was. I'm learning how not to be. I'm learning how not to be. So we said again, forgiveness is a form of self-care. The release of that burden that you're holding, the release of that extra drama that you're creating, the release of that bad energy and spirit, that demon that you walking around with as you trying to as you're trying to figure out a way to continue to keep yourself mad. Now I ain't saying some people you ain't gonna be mad at. I'm not saying that. Some folk just gonna get that just permanent special finger that you don't put a ring on. But there are going to be sometimes in some people that you're going to have to go, you know what? I forgive it. Because I'm weighing this on myself harder than necessary. I'm holding on to something that's disturbing me and causing me now mental and physical anguish. I'm holding on to grudges that I should have been let go a long time. And now we're missing out on good memories because we're holding on to something that we said, what happened in 1932 that you can't even control. Holding a grudge doesn't make you strong, it makes you bitter. Forgiving doesn't make you weak, it sets you free. Self-care. And we also said that what forgiveness is a spiritual release. So what is setting you free? So did Jesus say that you shall know the truth and the truth will set you free? So let go of that grudge, because that's been the grudge. Let it go so you can be set free. Especially, come on. Now I ain't saying that once again. Some things I know. Life is real. And we're working on it. But there are some things that you're gonna have to hold on. Some things you're gonna hold on to and you go, you know what? I forgive you, but I ain't forget. You know what I mean? I can forgive you, baby daddy. I know we just didn't work. You know, you doing you doing you. But I would look at the children we made, the grandchildren that we created. I forgive you enough to sit around you around, you know, did a free dinner time at my mama's house. I forgive you enough for that. Do I forget and want you back? No access. But I forgive you. Release yourself, because that could be what Erica Badu said, the baggage that we're carrying, because we haven't forgiven him or her. Forgive me. It was special. I know I got one. We could talk about male and female forgiveness also too, how it's self-care, because you can't sit up in a house mad at someone. Because now also are you causing yourself a mental anguish, you're causing a physical anguish with yourself. You're causing yourself, I know for me, it was causing my whole body to be just vanquished. Yeah, girl, leave my baby daddy alone. It was causing my pressure to rise, my pain in my head. I was having headaches continuously. My temple was like, it was like explode most of the time. So it was getting so bad I was getting dizzy, because I'm walking around with all this unresolved. Oh, I can't stand you in my heart. And then I was walking around these people, and as I'm walking around these people, I'm like, oh, I don't like it here. But now, as I'm working, as we on episode 29, you should be doing some things too. As I'm going past it and dealing with it piece by piece, because we say forgiveness has layers, I'm dealing with it piece by piece. I'm pulling out different layers of it and forgiving certain people, because some people may even know they need forgiveness. Some of them know. You know, you need to call me and be like, look, I'm sorry. But some people ain't gonna ever do that. And it's at this point, it's to where I'm walking around with enmity and they don't even know why I'm mad. And I'm missing out and causing my own self-drama, all up in the hospital, sick and carrying on, because I can't release something that I should have let go. What did he say? A long time ago. Forgive others, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace. You deserve peace. Goes back to what we talked about, Sister Clown, about our baby daddy. Go back to the baby daddy. Okay, yeah, there were some things that put our own self in some of them things that we were doing too. That could we have caused some of them drama? Because some of our own madness had caused baby daddy to do some of the things that we don't want to forgive him for. Get him in a break, bless his heart. Gonna be a good grandma with them kids. And then you walk around mad I mean, I gotta go here because I know some of my family members on here. They're gonna be like, "Don't do it, don't do it." I'm gonna do it because you know what happens? We watched unresolved forgiveness, and a lot of y'all have family members and parties y'all go to with your family members, and you watch unresolved forgiveness. And a lot of times, me myself personally, I do not like sitting at the woman's table. Not like I don't like the women. I just like sitting at the woman's table because the woman's table with majority of us are now not married or we have unresolved forgiveness or pain. We got to still hear about your baby daddy from 1976. We got to still hear about your baby daddy from 1985. Let it go. Forgive him and move on. That man been married probably about 4 or 5 times since you, and you still over here, man. So that's why I don't like sitting at the women's table. Nothing personal to my family members, but we have heard stories over and over and over again. Unresolved pain because they were waiting for somebody to take accountability. And because that person didn't take accountability, now you're sitting here grudging and just it's killing you, eating you up inside because you're mad that why they won't say I'm sorry the way you want them to say I'm sorry. But how much of your life did you miss because you worried about why they won't say I'm sorry? Because I have some personal people that I wish I could call them, but I have forgiven them already. And I can't call them. Can't speak to them. Some people that may not even want to be bothered with me. I don't know. Why would you not? But I have resolved that in my heart. With, like I said, I'm going down my list. I'm resolving each one to where, if the time does come about, we may have to come back together, or we may see each other. I'll be peaceful enough and loving enough, and hopefully patient enough to go, yes, how you do? We have our boundary, because whatever level you put yourself in that level. But if there's no boundary in that level, and it's just a whole bunch of unresolved women kitty catty stuff, then I'm going to be the one to go, you know what, hey girl, how you do? Be a bigger person. Why holding on hurts you? Drink some water, mama business. Holding on hurts you because it is resentment and too much unresolved pain, energy drainers. Energy drainers. Unforgiveness shows up in your body, like we talked about earlier with stress. Stress causes disease, sleepless nights because you all worried about somebody who ain't thinking about you, high blood pressure, short tempers. I'm pushing somebody's button, that's the business. The person that you all over there mad about, knocked out sleep, probably been sleeping good at their house, ain't even worried about you. But you over here can't sleep. Missing sleep. Trying to figure out what if plans in my head. What if I did it that way? What if I did it this way? And now you all just discombobulated and can't even go and do what you desire to do because what? You have so much now. Your body's all messed up. And now you got to walk around with pressure cuffs and pills and popping things on them. Because most of our drama could be just all in here. It started here. Unresolved madness that we just didn't use our words just like. So we tell them, baby, use your words. Use your words. The person who you are mad with, child, is sleep, snoring. And you still over there fuming. Fuming. Forgiveness doesn't change the past, but it changes the future. Mm-hmm. And that happened with us and with a piece of my family. The forgiveness that we had to give with each other, it changed our future. Now the whole atmosphere is different. The energy is better. The conversations are happier. Let's see what happened to Granny when she was forgiven.
Ooh, forgiveness ain't easy.
But Granny, don't you remember what they did?
Forgiveness isn't for them. It's for you.
And baby, I choose peace.
Granny said she choose peace. She said forgiveness ain't for them, it's for you. But she said, I'm laying down all that. Get away. Get thee behind me, Satan. I choose peace in this time. I choose peace for a lot of things. I'm going to keep saying it over and over again because in this dispensation of time in my life, I choose peace. I don't even sit around and go like I used to go. Trust me, I used to can go and blow. But now I don't have that energy to give all that unnecessary to a lot of people and a lot of things. I really don't. Tell this child on here, stop texting me. Put it in the chat. But yes, ma'am, you know, we have to deal with boundaries. We saw on that. Forgiveness, boundaries, and healing. So if we're dealing with those compounded things together. So you have to give that little forgiveness. And some people, you remember, we're going to have some boundaries. And then it's going to equal healing for us. So forgiveness opens our heart. Forgiveness allows you to go, you know, was it that bad? Was it really that bad? Or was I being a drama? It also allows you to release things that have just unnecessary. I know me and my brother sit and talk some days. And we laugh at some of the things that we used to be mad at. And then he goes, you know, we talk about female and male relationships. And he goes, you know, I wish I would have thought about some of this when I was with this woman. Or I wish I would have handled some of the conversations or different, you know, things different when I was with my girl when I was younger this way. But now we're older and we're dealing with things in a more mature way. I have a little part I want to give to you, forgiveness for men and women. As I'm talking with my brother, we're talking about that also too. The decision of forgiveness, it begins when one has to stop carrying the resentment. One person has to be that person. So one person, and if that one person in that between that man or that woman, and I'm learning how to make that person. I don't care anymore. I don't argue. I'm gonna be that person who, you know what? Okay, I hear you. Sorry. I was cutting up. My bad. Because I don't want to keep and pull on this unnecessary drama any longer in my house. And when we do things like that, that allows us to now start building together. And now it's a part of us. I know sometimes we get to a conversation and we'll go, you know what, babe? Let's settle on the best part. And that ends the conversation with both of us right there. Let's settle on the best part. You know, you was wrong. I was wrong. Most of the time it wasn't me. And let's settle on the best part, let it go. Then when we both take accountability, it allows us to to heal a little faster. And we're not sitting around, walking around, looking around, tasting each other's food. I know sometimes it gets so bad. It used to get that bad. It ain't that bad like that no more. But he goes, don't cook me nothing. I'll find something to eat. Boy, I ain't poisoning you. I ain't got that much insurance. I ain't poisoning you. I ain't got that kind of insurance. You hear me?
Who made me cry. Not for them, for me. So my spirit ain't chained. I let go, I water myself, and I grow.
Granny said her spirit ain't changed. That's Granny's sister, Eula May. Y'all mind her business. But she say, I water myself. We talked about that before too. Watering into your own self, pouring love and value into you. Because a lot of the things that we walk around too could be from people that are not even here anymore. And now you're walking with a pain where, I wish they would have said this to me. I wish I could have said that to them. So also pour into yourself is allowing yourself to what? Forgive you. Forgive you. As we walk into 30 minutes to half hour, I'm happy to have you all here. Welcome to Granny's house. If you're just walking into Granny's house, we are talking about forgiveness tonight. We have been unpacking a lot of little nuances and tidbits on forgiving yourself, forgiving others. We were going to talk about boundaries when we come back on our 20 after our 30th little minutes. Give Granny a little minute to sip a little water, and let's see what Granny had to do today.
Folks today, mind, body, and spirit.
But Granny, let's replay the argument one more time.
I'm healing. You being messy. Devil. Exit. I forgave them. You late.
Granny said she forgave them. You being messy, devil. You going up out of here. You going up out of here, you being messy. The devil creeping in. You saw him creeping in. He loves replaying old mess. Now we got to do our own little red devil in our own little lives. We like replaying old mess. Ooh, after you gave some, you call yourself forgiving somebody. Usually you be with your baby daddy. And you sit around for 30 years. We got to hear. You remember that time we was at the hot dog stand and you put mustard on my hot dog? Stop replaying that, man. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. When you're trying to heal, that little devil creep up. You be healing and you be doing all good. You be on a whole new little path, and then here comes something else. And you allowed that to respark you and bring you back. After all that healing we've been doing, and you allowed yourself to fall back. Me. Messy thoughts, reruns, and what ifs. Messy thoughts. Am I the only one that has messy thoughts? We all have the messy thoughts. We all have the messy conversations that we should have exited out a long time ago. Where you're talking to somebody and they be running all this stuff and they go, but I forgave him though. Then why you rehashing it? I still love my baby daddy, but why we still gotta hear about 1932 when he did what he did? Let it go. Or what if? Well, what if I'd have said this? Time is up. You had the time. Now you can't what if. What you do is you forgive you for the what if and the what if times. And when you can't, and you're just overwhelmed, you can't let it go, banish the noise. Banish the noise for a while. Quiet the noise and go find you a nice little spot. Go find you a spot. And sometimes don't find a spot in somebody's ear. Go find you somewhere to go pray. Find you a spot on that floor and ask God to forgive you, to help you to forgive yourself. Because forgiving people forgive people. Y'all better read that again because you didn't hear it. Y'all went to public school like you did. Forgiving people forgive people. Because me, personally, I'll give you a part of my own story. Somebody forgave me. And so when I get into little pickles, I always go, you know what? Somebody forgave me. And somebody forgave me really deep. And in that forgiveness of what that person gave me, I said, you know, if they can dig deep in their heart to forgive me, then it shouldn't be hard for me to forgive. It shouldn't be hard for me to forgive the ones that are around me, that are close to me, that I'm probably victimized, and I'm sorry if I victimize you, that I probably victimized, or those that don't even know they're victimizing me. But I have to be around you because we may interact to each other. We may be in church together, the mosque, the synagogue, wherever you may be. You may have to be around some of these people. So I had to remove that part of me and go, somebody forgave me. And somebody forgave me so deep and so lovingly. And in the forgiving, they not only forgave me, they built me back up. So if God had enough favor on me to give me somebody like that, can I be that to someone else? And that's why when I talk to women, a lot of people go, oh, you're an apologist for men. No, I'm not an apologist for men like that. Some of them need a little extra love. But I also go, if somebody forgave me, can I teach you how to forgive someone else? Or can I help to extend that feeling that I felt of forgiveness, that I can help you to give to somebody else, or I can give it to somebody else? Because I have moved around in my little time, my little messy movements. And I've had people go, you know what, Trish, you said this to me, or you done this, and I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I forgave that person. Because I was leaning on other people's conversation or leaning on a pain that I should have been like. I'm glad I forgave them. I'm glad I thought about it, rethought about it. Forgiveness doesn't excuse their behavior. Forgiveness presents prevents, their behavior from destroying your heart. And this is where I said, for my own personal self, I had some behaviors that I was dealing with. And in me forgiving them, I had to also remember they're human. And in their humanness, do they really know how bad it affected me? And how can a person really know how bad something affects you if you don't do what? Say it. How can somebody really know what kind of pain you're going through if you're harboring it? And now you're making it a grudge. Or you're making it something that we talk about your own personal stressor that's eating inside you and eating you up. How can they know if you don't tell them? And this is where growth and development comes up to where you may have to go pull something by the collar. Excuse me, sis, how you doing? I just need to let you know. You don't have to be nasty. I need to let you know that you offended me and I'm sorry. Or I offended you and I'm sorry. Walaikum salam, beautiful. We missed you. How you doing? We pray you are well. We pray you well. God forgives you. Now forgive yourself. God forgive you. Now forgive yourself. I'm forgiving folks and I'm forgiving myself, and I'm not cold case. I'm not reopening old cases. I'm learning not to keep living in the past. So that means that I can't keep reopening them cold cases of why I was in the pain in the first place. I'm forgiving me. Forgiveness is a process that we're going to start taking and learning. Because we would in our granny show. You should have journals. Somebody would keep telling you. And write this in one of your journals on my forgiveness day, my forgiveness page. And list a couple of folks that you may need to forgive. Or even there's some folks that you may have to go and ask to be forgiven too. Sometimes forgiveness takes time. Some stuff is not going to just be an instant, I'm sorry. Sometimes you're going to have to take some time. Sometimes you may have to be away from people. When we talk about sometimes I may have to give you a boundary to where I might just block you, but I love you. Far away. And we talked about forgiving and loving, also forgiving in layers. For me, I'm at this layer level now. I'm forgiving people in layers. And I guess I have compounded so many people in my forgiveness train that I'm removing them one by one. And I guess once I get to the Thanos of it, Thanos is in the master, grandmaster of the person I need to forgive. I know my own self. I'm feeling it more than I have before. I'm feeling a release to where I don't feel that tension in certain atmospheres like I was feeling because I was walking around with that grudge and resentment. The healing wasn't easy. And I had to give myself grace to do it. And as I gave myself grace, I also looked back and said, I'm not where I was. I'm not where I was. I'm not to be, but I'm not where I was. And that right here is a great feat in itself, right? Because I'm learning how to release a lot of the unnecessary that was causing me, but more, what we said, pain than necessary.
This tastes good. Just one more thought, Granny. Didn't I forgive everybody already?
Time to head out, little fella.
Okay, I'm leaving. Boundaries make forgiveness stick.
They tossed him out the window this time. You hear me? Get your tail out of here. Granny said, boundaries make forgiveness stick. And if you have to have boundaries in your forgiveness, and that helps to keep you grounded, well, we said we pouring into us now this year. If that helps to keep you grounded and keep you on the level you need to be in, then hold your boundary up. I'm not saying that you got to knock all them walls down just because you gave forgiveness. When we talked about that, some people you're gonna have to forgive, but I can still block you. I still love you, but you no access. Be careful holding on to unforgiveness. You think you're hurting them, but you're destroying yourself. You think you're hurting them, but you're destroying yourself. When we talked about that, you got people that don't even realize that they even made you mad. And you walking around just, oh, I'm telling you, it eats up inside you. I've done it. But then I have certain people that I know, and in our life too, we're not even going to go there. It can hold this conversation. There's certain things in life that we're not going to forgive. Certain things that we are just going to have to hold on because it's going to allow us to learn to grow from the past. It's going to allow us to become stronger and not to let certain things happen again. That's the conversation for another time. I had to forgive a person who wasn't even sorry. That's strength. That's a question you can ask yourself. I had to forgive a person that wasn't even sorry. Are we able to do that? Are we able to go, you know what? Somebody who you know should be crawling on their knees asking you for forgiveness. And they look like you. They're probably one of your 30-year-old children. That's my business. But I have to forgive him. I forgive a person that multiple times, 7 times 70, that doesn't even ask me for I'm sorry. And I think I forgive him because it's personal. It's my own, creation. But as I forgive, this time I tossed out the boat. I put a boundary up. And as I put the boundary up this time with this level of forgiveness, the water's cleared up a little better for us both. And sometimes maybe I had to put the boundary up to where when I kept my boundary up, their boundary stayed stronger and it allowed them to grow and not be leaning so hard on me, waiting for me to come and be the savior all the time. That's my business. That's another story for another day. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Our mantra. But before we get to that, we have our mantra for our show, right? Before we get to that, some questions to ask you for your journal. So write these down or go back and watch the replay if you need to write them down for your journal tomorrow. Who am I still carrying in my heart that needs forgiveness? Or that I be asking forgiveness to? What would my life be like if I let it go? Good question, huh? Because like I said, sit at the woman's table. Oh, wow. What would they like? What would some of them conversations been like if they let some of that stuff go? What would some of them conversations at the woman's table be like if we didn't have to hear my baby daddy, my baby daddy, my baby daddy? Am I holding on because I'm mad? Or am I holding on because it's a habit? These are questions we're going to ask ourselves in our journey. Am I used to this? Am I used to just being mad? And I did it so long now, it's just part of me. It's part of my makeup. And what peace am I delaying? What peace am I delaying walking around still mad? Y'all been quiet tonight. We touching on something tonight, I guess, because y'all super quiet. I am enjoying this show. Excuse me. Like I said, I am super tired, but I appreciate you all hanging out with me. I see y'all quiet tonight. But as we leave out, we're going to find our mantra. We do our mantra every show. And we're going to find our mantra. Tonight's mantra is, I release what hurt me. I reclaim my peace. I forgive without forgetting my worth. I choose healing over on. I am free and I am at peace. Go back over that one. Let me watch the replay. I release what hurt me. That's the first one that we're going to write on our journal. And release some things. Release it. Release some of the unnecessaries. And release some of the stuff that you need to probably forgive yourself Sometimes we could be sitting down, no, me, myself, personally, I'm talking about me. I sit back and I beat my own self up so much sometimes where I had to go, wow, let that go. It's like a credit, baby. It was 7 years ago. It's gone. You don't even. They cannot call you and harass you about the money they owe you after 7 years. No, let it go. Because whatever happened 7 years ago, it don't even exist with me no more. And that's what I'm telling myself. That means release a lot of that unnecessary drama you still walking around. Release some of that unnecessary pain. Some of them conversations that you shouldn't have been in, that you allowed yourself to be in. Yeah, quiet. Forgive without forgetting my worth. Goes back to our boundaries. Put your boundary up if you have to. I love you. With the block button. So as we close tonight, I'm so thankful y'all here. Forgiveness doesn't mean what happened was okay. It meant you decided to be okay. Some things didn't break you because they were small. They didn't break you because you got stronger. Mm-hmm. And if tonight stirs something, which I think it did because we quiet. If it stirs something up in you that's good, hit the follow, the like, share button. But if it stirs something also to it that's good, that means that you're knocking on the door of healing. Mm-hmm. If it's making you think. The first thing is what? Admitting, accepting. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to explain it. And you don't have to carry what God never told you to keep holding on to. Forgiveness is laying down and saying, I'm done paying emotional rent on a place I don't even live in. Your baby daddy gone. He got 5 other wives. Let him go. You can forgive and still choose distance. You can forgive and still protect your peace. You can forgive and still say this chapter is closed. And if nobody ever told you, I'm going to tell you, it's not selfish. Choosing peace is not selfish. It's necessary. It's self-care in this day and time. So tomorrow, I hope you feel a little better because y'all quiet tonight. So I hope I don't disturb too much. And remember, forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. It's for you. Mm-hmm. It ain't gonna always be loud. It's not gonna always be boisterous. It's not gonna always be pretty. And it may not happen fast, and it may not be something that you be ready that will happen overnight. And some people you may not never get the chance to speak to. And the ones that you didn't, that you missed those opportunities, go do what? Forgive yourself and release it for yourself. As we leave out tonight, I'm happy to hang out with you all. Once again, I say welcome to Granny's House. We like, follow, and we share. We like, follow, and we share. We're on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Lemonade, Facebook. On YouTube, like, follow, and share. If you have not done right now, if you're on YouTube right now, it's a little thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. Let them know you're hanging out with me tonight. You enjoyed yourself. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell so I don't have to keep texting all y'all over and over again. Are you coming on? Are you coming on? Yes, I'm here. But it'll help you out. Help me to help you. Also, no gatekeeping. Share, and share some more. I've enjoyed each one of you. Tonight has been a very solemn night. Everybody must be real tired. It's Tuesday, huh? We're still getting past the drama of Monday. I don't know what we're going to talk about Thursday. We'll figure it out. But if you're laying next to somebody that you're mad at and you're laying next to them, it's a him or her, roll over and just say, I'm sorry. Let it go. Let it go. Because if it's that bad, then find a way to solve it. If you can't solve it, and if it's unfixable, then child, it's okay. So we understand. Figure it out. But if it's something that you know that it's something that's just weighing too heavy in your spirit, before you go and go on the phone and share all that news and depress somebody else's day, find a prayer and give it to God and talk to him and say, help me. This is one of them ones that I need you. I need you. I'll see you all later. May you continue to have a blessed night. May you enjoy tomorrow. And if what my sister say, and if you can't make nobody else's day, don't walk around messing up nobody's day. I love y'all. Welcome to Granny's House.
bring your mess to the floor. This ain't no bedtime story, no cookies and milk. It's a straight shot of wisdom, smoother than silk. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Pull up your Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Oh, pull up your chair, let the stories unfold. It's laughter, it's lessons, it's love made of gold. Got a question, ask it, we're not shy in here. This is a safe space, honey, come face your fear. Got the mic hot, got the bass line deep. Granny's got the groove you wanna keep. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Darling, lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pound. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal.